Have you ever heard of the Year of the Bear? It's not some new zodiac sign, it's an event that Japan has been forced to celebrate. Because in 2025, there have been bear sightings everywhere. In the countryside, in the suburbs, and even in the city, nowhere is safe from bears. People have been injured or worse. And of course, the media made it feel like, if you go to Japan, you will meet a bear. People are naturally quite scared, and this fear isn't really unjustified. I certainly don't want to bump into a bear on my way back from the supermarket. But people have been living with wild animals for centuries. So how did our ancestors deal with it? Part 1. Dulled natural instincts. Most of us today live in cities. We don't deal with wild animals. The scariest thing we see is maybe a raccoon in the trash or an urban fox sneaking away at night. So when people hear wild animal attack, they imagine something rare and exotic, like a zoo animal escaping. That wasn't the case for our ancestors. Oh no, they knew real danger. For example, in ancient China, the biggest natural disaster wasn't a flood, earthquake, or drought. It was tigers. Lots of tigers. Tigers everywhere. And these weren't the friendly ones trying to sell cereals. Real ones. Fast, huge, and absolutely not interested in your feelings. And some with a taste for sweetbreads and long pork. Part 2. Top of the food chain. There's a famous story from around 2,500 years ago. Confucius met a woman whose father-in-law, husband, and son had all been eaten by tigers. 3 generations as a 3-course meal. So Confucius asked her, "Why don't you move somewhere else?" And the woman replied, "Because here, at least the local government is not corrupt." Imagine how terrifying the politics must have been if being a tiger's lunch felt like the safe option. But this wasn't some remote forest village. During the Eastern Han Dynasty, tigers were seen everywhere, even near the capital city, just like those Japanese bears enjoying trips to Tokyo. But in the Eastern Han, tigers were so common, records read like weather reports. A tiger appeared near the Imperial Observatory and mauled a few guards. Casual. Just another Tuesday, just another tiger. Part 3. Hunting a tiger was like winning the lottery. The tiger problem got so bad that the government started putting bounties on them. Catch one tiger, get 3,000 coins. For normal people, that was half a year's salary. It's no wonder that so many hero stories in ancient China involve slaying tigers. A general felled one with a single arrow. A king wrestled a tiger into submission. Hunter tracked one for days and saved a town. Killing tigers wasn't sport. It wasn't war. It was pest control and survival. Part 4. All-you-can-eat buffet. Now let's jump to the 1600s in Sichuan, China. A massive series of wars wiped out most of the population. Millions down to thousands. Villages were empty. Fields were abandoned, and forests grew back. And guess who moved in? Yup, Tiger City. Population? Too many. Historical records from that time are absolutely wild. A local official travelling to his new job got attacked. Of 8 people, only 3 survived. Entire villages had tigers jumping through windows at night. Of the first group of government-sponsored settlers, some 506 people, 228 were eaten by tigers. The second group of 73 people didn't fare much better, with 42 being eaten. Some reports say the tigers weren't even hungry. They were just having fun. Although I imagine there's probably some bias from the people writing those reports. I mean, it's hard to be impartial when your auntie is doing her best impression of Red Riding Hood's grandma. Imagine moving to a new city and the landlord says, "Yeah, it's a nice house, great view. By the way, sometimes tigers are in the back. Good luck." It took military operations, yes, actual armies, to finally push the tigers back. Part 5. So why do these animal disasters happen? Wild animal disasters don't happen because animals are evil. Not even the scary ones, except maybe geese. They happen because human activity changes. When humans expand into forest, we take animal territory. When humans disappear due to war or population decline, animals move back. And today, climate change is shifting food sources and habitats, pushing animals into places they normally avoid, like our towns and cities. The same rules apply in ancient times or in modern times. So Japan today might not have a bear problem. Japan may have a population decline and rural abandonment problem. And nature is simply moving back in. Faster now because the climate is also changing.